Calvinsgotgame. I am Calvin.
And I am Lewis.
Wow, we are robotic today. All right. We are continuing our series of board games that start with certain letter alphabet, and we are on C for Cyclops.
Cyclone.
Colossus.
Cupcake.
Oh, Lord. I was trying to go with superheroes or villains, but we got Cupcake. Of course, Cupcake was a Powerpuff Girl, was she not?
Yes,
there we go.
See?
And how do I know she was a Powerpuff Girl? I'm ashamed to say I watched it. So, all right. Well, let's start out with our verse of inspiration today, our words of inspiration. Our verse is Matthew 5:9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So, guys, be a peacemaker, not a troublemaker. And make sure that you're trying to be that person in this world, because we have enough of those folks that cause trouble. We need people that make peace. With all that being said, we're going to get to our games that we enjoy playing, that I own or may not own, but I have played, that really stuck with me. And I don't mind playing over and over again or playing with a group of people. And they start with the letter C. So I'm going to let Lewis go first because I'm going to be a nice person today. I'm not always a nice person. Sometimes I'm a bad person, but today I'm nice. So Lewis, would you kick us off with our letter C?
I will.
And we, by the way, I did 5. Lewis did 5.
Yeah.
We did the whole pub meeple thing. I ranked them out. And there's some surprisers on here for me. So that I didn't think would be so high or maybe didn't even make the list. It kind of shocked me. Because when you go through pub meeple, you're picking one that you'd rather play. And when I do that, I look at how long does it take me to set up, how much enjoyment I get out of the game if it takes me to set it up, and things like that. So, go ahead, Lewis.
Okay. And also, we thought we would not have crossovers on the B when we did our B, but we did. We actually did.
I don't think we'll have one on the C's, but I do think we'll have some on the future ones in D, maybe.
All right. My number 5 is Castle Panic. Castle Panic. A 2009 game. Fireside Games is the publisher. Almost messed it up. Why I like it is the medieval concept. I like medieval stuff. The cooperation of it, and how it's also a family-friendly game that kids can get into it easily. I like that. Yes, a little fantasy about that, but it is a great, also, I believe, strategy and anger management, because you get annoyed with those goblins and orcs and non-stopping coming in to destroy your castle. And you got to cooperate together correctly or quickly, or you lose the game. The one thing I know Kevin don't like about this game is the boulder.
Yeah, the boulder's stupid. Why did they put that in there? I'll never know.
I like the boulder.
Not what you could do about the boulder.
No,
So.
I like the boulder though. But yeah, my number 5 is Castle Panic.
I like tower defense games. Castle Panic is okay for me. I don't like the Munchkin Panic, and there was another something Panic. Oh, Star Trek Panic.
Yeah, Star Trek.
I thought I would really enjoy that because I love Star Trek. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. So
now, I saw a couple of videos about it, and I'm going, you know what? I like Star Trek too, but it didn't catch me just by looking at it.
Yeah, I just couldn't get into it. All right, good pick, Lewis. My number 5 is a game called Charterstone. It's a 2017 game by Stonemaier Games. 1 to 6 players, takes about 45 to 75 minutes to play. This is a legacy game. I think it was one of Stonemaier Games' first legacy games that they've done. Maybe their only, I'm not sure, but I know that they have some. I think they have some others. But I just enjoyed this game. My wife and I set it up on our table, and every night when we come home, we would play this game, and you put stickers on the board and all this kind of stuff. And you can flip it over and play the other side of the board, and they sell a recharge pack, and I have the recharge pack for it as well. So I just really like Charterstone, and I think that we're going to get it back out and do the recharge pack and play it that way again, because it was so much fun for us. We just had a good time playing it. It's a worker placement. You put stickers on the board, you do certain things happen. It's really fun. I enjoy it, and you have this card stuff where you discover new cards. So it's just really fun, and I like it a lot. So my number 5 was Charterstone.
You have talked about that several times, and it has piqued my interest on that game.
Well, this is the problem with games like Charterstone and others is once you play them, like Pandemic Legacy, once you play them, you're done.
Yeah.
And is it worth the money for you to buy something like that, to play them, and get your money? You feel like you get your money worth. Right.
Yeah, and I understand that's why I haven't thought about buying it, because as soon as you put all the stickers down and everything, that's it.
And I mean, you can play the other side of the board and buy the recharge pack, which I've done. I hadn't played it yet, but I bought it, and I plan on playing it. So I think that'll give me my money's worth out of it.
My number 4 is a game that I've only played it once, but yet made it on my list because it left a good impression on me. It is called Copenhagen. Yes, he has it over there. 2019 game. Queen Games is the publisher. It is a contracts game, but I like it, and it's brought me back playing Tetris, because the pieces you grab to build up your board are like Tetris shape pieces. So it is a tile placement game.
It is.
And it's just so, I want to say, so inviting. It is, to me, it is. Because it's so easy to pick up.
It is. It's easy to teach.
Yeah, it's very easy. And that's one thing. If you want a quick game to teach somebody, to get them into board games, I think Copenhagen could be one, I believe. Because it's easy to set up, quick to set up, easy to set up, and quick to teach. And sometimes, as board gamers, we might forget about that when we're trying to teach somebody, and forget how when we first trying to learn a board game, we might feel overwhelmed, and we got to have that in our mind always, that hey, new person, let's start something simple, easy, and not too complex. So, and I think that's why Copenhagen sticks with me in my head always. Will always stick in my head because how just so basic and simple it is. But number 4, Copenhagen.
Yeah, I like Copenhagen. It's okay. It's in my collection. Will it stay in my collection? I don't know. It's one of those games that I'm on the fence about. My wife will play it with me, but she's kind of about it too. Even though when we were younger, Tetris was one of her favorite games that we ever played on the Nintendo. But I don't know. I do like it. It's a good pick. And like Lewis says, when you have new people coming in, if you can get them into a game and teach them a game that has mechanics in it that bigger games have, they'll get to understand those mechanics easier with a more, I don't want to say easy game, but a more pleasurable game of just kind of simpler rule set. Yes. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right, my number 4 is a game called Caverna, the Cave Farmers. This is a 2013 game by Lookout Games. 1 to 7 players, takes about 30 to 120 minutes to play. It usually doesn't ever take us 120 minutes to play because I only play it with my wife. And I've never played it more than 2 people. It'd probably be great with more than 2, but I play it with 2 people. I would probably never play it with 7 because it goes all the way up to 7. I probably would never play it with that many people. 5 would probably be my limit if I do play it like that. But Caverna, the Cave Farmers, you are building out your cave, your farm, and you're buying tiles and you're doing things. You only have a certain amount of time to do it in. You can put a cow or a dog or whatever in your cave, in your kitchen, if you don't have a place to fence it in outside. So, but eventually you can only hold 1 animal in your cave. So, and you can mine your cave. You can do all kinds of things. There's lots of strategies to win this game. It's kind of like a point salad type game. You're trying to do different things to get more points, and you may have sheep and horses, and I think there's pigs. So it's just a fun game, and you can also raise crops. So Caverna, the Cave Farmer, I enjoy it. It's a nice strategy game. It's probably a little heavier. I'm not even sure what the weight is, but I think it's a little heavier. But I do enjoy it. That's why it's my number 4. It does take a little longer to get to the table. I think that's why it's not further up on the list, because it's a lot to set up.
Yeah, and it's a lot of things. As board gamers, that's what we have to take in concern. How long would it take to set up sometimes?
Yeah. I may love a game, Gloomhaven. I like Gloomhaven, but it takes so long to set up and figure out all the pieces you need. By the time you set it up, you're like, yeah, I don't want to play.
Yeah.
So it's rough. So when you're making a game, don't make it so hard to set up.
My number 3 is a game that I think was Philip, that one of the folks we play board games with, introduced me to it, and I just loved it real quick. It's called Clank, 2016.
Which Clank? Just a regular Clank?
Yeah,
Clank in Space, Clank. There's a legacy one. I mean, they have all kinds.
Okay, correction. The simple, basic Clank. Okay.
Right, well,
I should have noted that.
That's okay. I just wanted to make sure which one was your favorite.
Okay. Well, I haven't played any of them other than the regular one.
Well, I've played the regular one. I played the Space one. I think it's Space. Yeah. And I played the something Inquisition. Anyway, the legacy one. Mm-hmm. I played 3 of them. And I like all of them. I think I don't like the Space as much as I like the other 2, but I like them.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a 2016 game, the original one. Dire Wolf is the publisher. It is a point movement game, which you have cards that allow you to move. I went blank there.
It's a deck builder.
Yeah, it is a major deck builder. It's an adventure game. As a dungeon crawler, it can fall into that categories, but it's just how it takes you and immerses you in the board, because the board invites you in and to explore areas. You got to make sure you go in the right area, or move somebody unwittingly to go that area in this game. But the thing is very inviting. The board is not too hard on explaining on the cards, because it's basically self-explanatory on the cards.
It's got a boot, you move. You got swords, you fight. And, I can't remember some of the others, but that's pretty much it.
Yes, movement and fighting, and then you can hearts, which you need some hearts, because there's one aspect of little cubes. Mm-hmm. And
you make Clank, you put cubes in this thing down here, and then when a dragon card can activate the dragon card, all those cubes go into a bag and you draw them out, which can hurt your health.
Yes, and the only ones you want to pull out is the black ones. Yes. So it is a very interesting game. For myself, I think it does play 2 to 4 players. I think 3 players is the best, my opinion. But yeah, Clank, the original one, and if it was solo, I would have already bought it. Yeah. It's not a solo version. Or I would have bought it. I like playing it. Whenever Philip has it, I want to play it. So Clank is my number 3.
I like Clank. I like the idea of going down, trying to get a treasure and get out before the dragon awakens, because then it becomes problematic. Or if you don't reach a certain level, you don't get any of your points. Mm-hmm. You just die. So I think it's a fun game. I really do. It's not in my collection. I think I've owned it twice. I think I've owned the original and I've owned the Space, and I've gotten rid of it twice for some reason. But I think it's because I just couldn't get anybody to play with me. So if I get a board game and I can't get anybody to play with me, goes. So, all right, my number 3. Now I'm the new cult of the new here, Lewis, on this one. This one's called Cozy Stickerville.
Oh.
It's a 2026 game by Unexpected Games. 1 to 6 players, takes about 30 minutes per session to play. I think it's better at a 1 or 2 player game. I don't think having more people is going to help this game, because you are playing through a year. You'll play this game 10 years, and after each year, you take a break. You have to do all the in-year effects, and then you can either put the game up, put a little check mark on the box you store everything in that you had left, and then you can pick it up the next time, start year 2. But you have 12 cards in each year, 1 to 10, and so you draw a card, read what it says, make a decision, or the card stays in front of you to build something. You have to decide which one you're going to build. And it takes wood, money, food, or ore. And you just make decisions. You're putting stickers on this board. And once you play the game 10 years, the game's over. You're not going to be able to play it anymore. That's not quite true, but that's 1 year or one playthrough of it. If you flip the board over, you get to play another 10 years. But you have the same cards, same thing. So you kind of know what's going to be coming. So you might want to plan a little different or do some things different. And I just think it's really fun. And when they say cozy, it's cozy. It's just making decisions and talking it out with whoever's playing with you. Or if you're playing by yourself, you make the decision. But I found the game to be very fun. We finished all our 10 games the other night. And I just found it very... very good. I found it very cozy, if you will. So Cozy Stickerville, I'd recommend to people who want a game with their spouse or a significant other that is just, you don't have to argue. You can just sit and talk about the game and put stickers on a board and just go through a story that you will enjoy. It's pretty simple. You draw your card, do your card, whatever it says. It either stays in front of you or you make a decision, and then you get to take an action. Actions, you have these little hourglasses on the cards or on the board. You may get to read a storyline of something. So it's just really good fun. That's why Cozy Stickerville is my number 3.
So you have talked about it a couple of times, and when you talk about it draws me in on that.
Well, I'm going to tell you, like I said, it's about finding out whether the game's worth spending $40 for, to decide whether playing it 20 times is going to be enough for you.
Yeah,
and that's the way it goes. And I just enjoy the experience we have with the experience I have with my wife playing these types of games. That it doesn't bother me. We can spend $40 going out to eat, you know, and we go out to eat and we don't get near the experience I get 20 times playing a board game.
My number 2, you actually had this game, you told me. Then, I don't know if you got rid of it or still have it, but you actually had this game. Look! It is Canvas. It is a 2021 game. Awaken Realms is the publisher. It is put on, if you look at Board Games... Geek, thank you. Went blank.
Board Game
Geek.
He just froze. We talked about robots earlier. He froze.
It puts it on there as a card game, and yes, it has stills of images, and it is a little bit of hand management, but it's more geared to, and I understand, unless you really like art and into abstract art, you folks might not gravitate toward this board game because it is abstract. You make your own paintings with the images. There is a point system that if you meet certain requirements on goals, you can score points. Now, there are several videos out there about this. The one thing that I'm gonna just add on this is there is a homebrew that me and my wife made. That mostly when you finish a painting, you put it out there, see how much points it is, you gain the points. Well, then that kind of defeats a little bit, I believe, the purpose of the focus on creating your own painting. Because you're seeing somebody going ahead on points. And so you might create something that you normally not create and lose the creativity part of it if you're forced to make choices to win the game. So whenever me and my wife makes a painting, we leave it downward. So no one knows how much points those paintings are worth on that. And we found it more enjoyable that way.
Okay.
And the last thing is, there was 2 expansions to it. And yes, Do you need it? Eventually, you would need it. This is one that will require expansions because it gives you more cards, more stencils to use to create paintings. But you put the boxes on the wall, hang them on the wall because there's a spot on the box in the back that you can hang them and make a painting out of it. You actually set it up like a painting. And I like how the creators thought ahead on that. So canvas will always stay in our collection because it's one of the board games that my wife would not mind playing with me. So I know how you feel about canvas, but for me,
they will too here in a minute.
But for me, it is a number 2 for my spot.
I'm not poo-pooing your pick because it is people's choice, right?
Yeah,
and people have different views on board games and that they like and dislike. Mm-hmm. I didn't find canvas to be a game. I found it to be an activity.
Yes.
They have these. They stole the idea from Mystic Vale.
Yes.
With the clear cards and you're putting images over other images. And once you play the game 2 or 3 times, the images, you went through the images multiple times and there's not much variety there. So you end up making almost the same paintings over and over and over again. And I found the game to be too samey for me, and just too activity-ish and not much game. I understand the whole point, so I get all that. I just didn't enjoy the game. Is it pretty? Absolutely. Is it cute? Absolutely. Will it appeal to a lot of people? Probably. It just didn't appeal to me, and that's okay because not every game appeals to everybody. But if Lewis and his wife love it and it gets them together to play the game, by all means, play it up. But it's just not a game for me, and I will not knock on somebody having that like the game. If you like it, play it. Just I will probably not play it. I say that I'll probably play it if a group of people want to play it. But it's not something I want to own to play all the time. So with that being said, my number 2, and you feel free to poo-poo any of my games, Lewis.
If I played them, I will.
Yeah. I'm not trying to poo-poo people's games. No. I'm just saying it's not for me. And you may find out it's not for you either. Mm-hmm. But Canvas got a lot of buzz when it came out.
Oh yeah, it did.
So number 2 for me is a racing game. It's a 2018 game called Camel Up 2nd Edition. It's a lookout games, 3 to 8 players, 30 to 45 minutes. I just like this game because it's a lot of fun. It's silly fun. You have these camels that you're betting on. You're having you roll these dice. Every camel has its own colored dice in there, and you have a dice that controls the black and white camels that go backwards. They're going towards the starting line, not the finish line. So, and these camels can stack on top of each other. And so you're trying to figure out, okay, if I bet on this camel and this camel underneath it goes, they all move at the same time. So if a camel's stacked on top of a different color that's moving, that camel gets to move with it. So I just find this game to be just crazy fun. It doesn't take long to play. It's 30 to 45 minutes. So you can play a game and just have a blast. The only problem I have with it is it takes 3 players to play.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to get 3 players to the table. But when I get 3 players or 4 players or even 8, I'm pulling this thing out. We're having a blast. So Camel Up for me is one of my favorites. It's my number 2 game.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You talk so much about it. I want to play it, but I think 3.
I'll have to bring it to game night one night. See if we can get 3 or 4 people to play with us.
But yeah, I would like to play it. It's like it's one of the games that gets my attention. Like Copenhagen. Whenever I can get that game, I will get it because I know my wife would like playing Copenhagen because it's an abstract game.
And my Copenhagen has the nice little plexiglass or whatever you call them.
Oh yeah,
single pieces.
Yeah, single pieces.
So it's pretty cool. But like I said, I don't get to the table near enough, and I like the game. So
my number 1 and last one for the letter C.
C for me.
Oh gosh,
I got you mixed up, didn't I?
No, I just saw Cookie Monster.
Okay.
My last one, you probably would have guessed this. It's Call to Adventure.
And when you said call, I'm like, yep, I know what that is.
2019 game, Brotherwise Games is publisher. Is a good card game to me.
I like it.
It says in the mechanics dice rolling, they're not dice, they're runes that you get
They're
to.
little flat runes, and you just toss the runes.
It's a set collection, and I like how the expansions built on the original game. But it is at the core of it is a tabloid kind of game. Because you are building a story of your hero. And what the cards you try to get, builds to that score, builds the story of your character. And it's making a life of a character you pick at random. And see where he or she goes from nothing or something great to nothing, or from nothing to greatness,
or evil or good.
Yeah, or evil or good, because you have a light side and a dark side to choose from even. And if the cards that are on this
Display.
Displays a 3x3 display, I believe. Or
well,
4.
you have Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3, and then you have a display of those cards.
Yeah, 4. So a 3x4 display might not be cards that you want to get, but you have no choice. So for me, Call to Adventure is just, you can play several times and get a different outcome every time on this. And I've talked to folks that have used this. There are in the D&D role-playing games, have created characters from these cards that they have gained. And they look at the storyline, you know what, that could be a good character to be in the role-playing game. So Call to Adventure will never leave my collection. It will always stay there. I've yet, though, finished the adventure one, the legacy one. I keep dying on number 2.
Oh, no.
I showed you number 1, which number 1 was pretty easy.
Yeah.
But it was easy and yet hard at the same time.
Right.
But number 2, I can't get past number 2. So number 1 for me, Call to Adventure. Great game, in my opinion.
I think it is a great game too, Lewis. That's a great pick. I like the tossing the ruins, and I like building my character's story. It is a good game. I actually got a copy of that game for free.
Oh.
And I played it, and I kind of regret getting rid of it. I actually got rid of the game, and I kind of regret getting rid of it. But, case of Ross, I get to play with Lewis. He's got it. All right, my number 1 game, of course, it's a Cthulhu-ish game.
Yep.
It's Cthulhu Death May Die. It's a 2019 game by Cool Mini or Not. 1 to 5 players, 90 to 120 minutes to play. I think just about all my games except for one were 1 to however many players. Because like I said, I don't have many people in my household anymore to play games with. But I do have a great game group. So if you have a local game store in your area, go play board games with people. But Cthulhu Death May Die. It is a challenging, cooperative game to where you're trying to defeat a certain scenario and take out the baddie.
Yeah.
There's lots of things going on in this game. You have your hero, and then you're fighting the cultist or whoever it is that has to be put out. The game's very thematic. They have lovely miniatures. The Cthulhu miniature is way too big for the board, but it is nice. But anyway, I love Cthulhu mythos. I love Arkham Horror mythos. So my number 1 is Cthulhu Death May Die by Cool Mini or Not. That's our list.
That's a great choice. I kind of figured someone there was going to be Cthulhu-based game.
If I can put a Cthulhu game on here, it's going to be on there. I was kind of surprised, though, that Charterstone made the list, because I haven't played it in a while. But like I said, I had some that fell off, and I'm like, I guess on my choosing, when I was ranking them, I just chose the one I'd rather play.
Yeah.
I chose with my head, not my heart, So that's why I like Pub Meeple. You just never know. And it could be the mood you're in at the time when you're choosing.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, guys, that's our games that start with C. Let us know what your games are that you enjoy to play that start with a C. Give us a comment. We want to hear from you. And, like I always say, get a board game to the table, spend time with your friends and your family, and we thank you for watching the Calvinsgotgame.